Hold on, brother, I'm talking.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. AJ's Corner with me, AJ. This is a video about the upcoming pay-per-view, not Fight Night, pay-per-view, PFL pay-per-view in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. PFL Super Fights, Battle of the Giants, Francis Ngannou versus the sit-in PFL champion, Renan Ferreira. So we've got the lineal heavyweight champion coming off a strange one-on-one boxing. He won against Fury, so it's a one-on-one, but a devastating knockout in his last fight against Joshua. Obviously, he's been through a lot of personal things, some turmoil as well. I don't want to really mention it. It's just I feel bad. So Francis is I think he's 37. He's in a different part in his career now. He's got a ton of money. He's set for life. He's been through some trauma. He's had a great win, the highest high, and then a devastating knockout, the lowest low. And he's fighting this guy, Renan Ferreira, who probably doesn't have a lot of money. And I thought he was 6'7", but I clicked on him. This guy is actually unbelievably, he's 6'8", and he's got a reach an inch longer than John Jones. This guy is an absolute giant, and I've seen some of his highlights. He moves pretty damn well. He moves pretty damn well for a heavyweight, especially that size. You know, he is very athletic. I mean, this guy, if you think Ngannou is going to go in, Ngannou could go in and just knock this guy's spark out, but this guy could easily go in and knock Ngannou's spark out. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, either guy could knock either guy's spark out, but if you think this is a one-sided fight, even if one guy knocks the other out in the first 30 seconds, doesn't mean it would be different in a rematch. These are both finely tuned MMA athletes and really good heavyweights. This isn't Junior Taffer and Sean Sharaf, put it that way. And he's actually not experienced, 13-3. He's ranked 17 in the world, 17th in the world worldwide. Ngannou 10th worldwide. That makes no sense. Hold on a minute. What the hell? What? It's been a while since he's fought. Oh my god, the guy Jazzy, who he knocked out. Derek Lewis, who he lost that terrible decision to. Tybura, Pergey, Jalton, Pavlovich, Cyril, who he beat. Razor, who he beat. John Jones, who he might beat. Volkov and Aspinall. I can honestly see how Aspinall would be number one because of the way he's been fighting. But I mean, having Francis there, they're doing him dirty. God almighty. They've got him literally one place ahead of Marcos Paiso, Rogerio de Lima, a former light heavyweight who's just, not that great of a fighter, let's just be honest. No, that is some nasty work. But anyway, stupid rankings aside, we got the lineal heavyweight champion versus the sitting PFL heavyweight champion. I'm gonna actually work my way up to it. I'm not too familiar with these guys. I'm not gonna lie, hardcore or not. I'm not massively familiar. We know Rafi and Stotts. I'm excited to see that fight. He's coming up. I think he's coming off a loss, isn't he? That brutal KO. Oh no, he fought Sabatello again and beat him. But man, that knee to the head. That was a brutal knockout. Patchy Mix, he's my number one. He's my number one bantamweight. I think he would kill Marab and he'd kill Sean O'Malley. And I think he'd give it. It's between him and Umar. I think the two best bantamweights are Umar or Patchy Mix. Personally, I think it's Patchy Mix, but that's just me. I think he's just big and strong and just really good in the weight class. He's just got all the attributes and he's just a mean son of a gun. So it'd be interesting to see Rafian back. AJ McKee versus Paul Hughes. I had a look at this guy. He lost to that Vucinic, and Jordan Vucinic, and we saw how good he was in his UFC debut. I mean, this guy, he looks crazy covered in these tattoos, but what was his nickname as well? He had a cool nickname. It wasn't the Epidemic, they called him something else. No, anyway. He lost a decision to Garam Kutataladze, but he almost had him out of there a few times. Like, that was one of those losses where, call it a win because his stock rose. The guy's the real deal. So he's only lost to him. Bobby King. Thinking of King Green then. It's an interesting fight. I mean, this kid, Paul Hughes, is apparently the real deal. He's an Australian fighting out of Ireland. I think he was born in Australia. But I think AJ McKee with his... unless he gets caught or something, I see AJ McKee winning the decision. I don't see him finishing this guy. But this is an exciting fight. I don't know why this matchup's been made. Because I think both guys should, with records like that, should still be, fighting other people, but it is what it is. I'm not complaining. It's a good fight. Now we have Hussein Khamzatmagomedov versus Avar Mosen. I'm not going to lie, I don't know much about these guys, so I'm going to skip past it. Now, Johnny Eblen versus Fabian Edwards. The fact that this guy is number 21 worldwide is insane work. Let's have a look. He's behind. He beat Dolidze. He beat Pfeiffer. He beat Alaskarov. He beat Muniz. He beat Robocop. He beat Curtis. He beat Hernandez. Oh, I don't know about Hernandez, but he probably would. He beat Costa. He smacked the life out of Hermansson. He'd batter Vittori. So far, the only guy I'm not sure is Hernandez. I think might be able to beat him. Vittori. Pereira, I don't think his tricks would work on him. I think he'd beat Pereira. I think he'd beat Chimaev. I think he beat Allen. Saw Allen in person. He had a good first round, and then when I was in France, he got his ass kicked the second two. I mean, the way he held him down on the ground, I was like, wow, we're getting 3 rounds of domination or a finish here. He battered the Killer Gorilla. He beat Bohalio. Man, Imavov, no, I'm not sure. Robert, I'm not sure. Dricus, I'm not sure. Israel, I'm not sure. These rankings are completely messed up. I don't know what's going on here. They need to update their rankings. But even if they were like a little bit older, I don't see why Francis is. Anyway, this is a good fight. Johnny Eblen, 15-0. He is the real deal. He beat the pee out of Masasi, one of my favourite fighters, Masasi. Masasi's older, but he's one of those fighters that even at his age, he's just so skilled, so well-rounded, and such a badass. That's still a great win. Fabian Edwards, I didn't have much faith in the guy, but he has shown some good. I mean, I think what's he done since Machida? So he beat Machida, Charlie Wood, that's nothing. Masasi, fair play to him. Yeah, that was when I was like, Masasi's done now. Johnny Eblen, so he got the elbows and he got taken out there. So he's only had one fight since he got taken out by Johnny Eblen in 2023. It's been a year. He's had one fight, and it was a decision against Aaron Jeffrey. Alright, I say Johnny Eblen takes him out. Johnny Eblen either takes him out more vicious or more quickly, or it goes to a decision again and Johnny Eblen wins most of the rounds, maybe all 5. Chris Cyborg versus Larissa Pacheco. This is a really good fight, and I'm not always that hyped for women's fights, but this is a damn good fight. I really don't know what to pick here. I mean, Cyborg, if she's still got her in there, but has she been active? She hasn't, does she? She's been boxing, isn't she? Yeah, exhibition boxing. And her last, I mean, Kat Zingano was just, I used to love that woman too. She was a beast back in the day. I'll never forget when she just ran at Ronda Rousey and just sprinted at her and got armbarred in 9 seconds, and I was like, I was waiting so long for that fight. I was like, this bitch can beat Ronda Rousey. This woman's gonna beat Ronda Rousey. And I even stuck like 50 quid on it because the odds were so mad, and she just ran and threw my $50 away and her chances. I genuinely think if she'd have moved away from the judo, because if we move into a judo got person, you weren't running into what they do. Like in the Olympics, if you don't engage, you could get points taken off. Or Holly Holm did, moving around. If she moved around, you can take away Ronda's superpower. Leslie Smith, I mean, since she left UFC, she hasn't been fighting the best competition. Julia Baird, that was a good opponent. Arlene Blanco, Leslie Smith, she's tough as ass with her ear hanging off back in UFC, but she's old and washed. Sinead Kavanagh, she's a bit of a brute, but you know, it is what it is. Arlene Blanco again, fair play. Gabrielle Holloway in boxing, whoever that is. Kat Zingano, I mean, that fight should have been made. So, I mean, man, do you know what? I'm going to have to go with Larissa Pacheco. Coming off her beating Kayla and her other wins. What's she done since Kayla? She beat Julia Bird too. Man, she's knocking bees out too. Oof. Man. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go with I mean, how old's Cyborg? She's got to be nearly 40, 39, yeah. And what's Pacheco, like 31, 32? 30. Yeah. Pacheco for sure. I mean, unless she gets caught and knocked out and a Cyborg can hit her with something, I don't see Cyborg winning this fight, but I'm excited to see it, and it'd be good to see. I mean, Cyborg still whooping ass and taking names at 39, nearly 40. And in the main event, man, I mean, I knew what Bader, is that his last fight, Bader? Yeah, Bader, Dennis Goldsov, Maurice Green. I mean, he hasn't fought the best opponents either. Man, this is a tough fight to pick, but I'm going to go with a more known commodity. I'm going to go with Francis by KO. But, man, I would not be surprised at all if this guy wins. He's a decent man. He's a big favourite. It says moderate, but that's big in my opinion. 2.5 to 1. So with $100 on, you get 350 back. It's not a bad bet when you think about it. That isn't a bad bet at all. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know if you're going to be watching this fight. I'm definitely going to be watching it. I'm looking forward to it. Good to see AJ McKee back. Good to see Cyborg and Larissa Pacheco fight. Some good fights. I just can't believe how underpromoted this has been. Like, most people who are even big MMA fans probably have no idea this fight is even happening. This is the biggest fight they're probably ever going to be able to put on. Even in the next 5 years, I don't see him being able to put on a bigger fight than this. This is the heavyweight lineal MMA champion. One of the most scary, exciting knockout artists we have ever seen. Like what he did to Alex Overeem, we all thought he killed him. And you just haven't even promoted it. And I don't care if it's because it's in Saudi and they're going to get paid regardless. This is to boost your business. You're not going to be with Saudi forever. This fight is so important for PFL and then moving forward. And then, man, they've really missed the trick. I mean, I haven't seen hardly anything about it. I mean, Francis has barely done any promotion of it, as far as I know. I mean, there should have been like getting AJ McKee and people like that on the MMA hour. I mean, maybe he's been on and I missed it, but yeah, shocking. Whoever's running PFL needs a slap. And yeah, that's my thoughts. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.